Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1939 Royal Areow vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Behind the flip panel here are the margins, and we'll set this left one close to 0 and the right one around 75-ish. That's about the length of the page. And this is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. So we'll test those margins. That's good. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets it back to the beginning, and skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch forward, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that to the left, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. When you have it down and over to the right, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to move that all the way to the left to print the bottom portion of the ribbon. Beautiful typing machine. This is the streamlined version of the Quiet Deluxe, which is very popular. Basically the same typewriter without some of the extras. It doesn't have the insulation material that pads everything to help deaden the sound a little bit. It doesn't have a paper guide, and it doesn't have the paper support arms that flip up from the back, and it doesn't have a tab function. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. We're going to flip this back to the middle to print the top portion of the ribbon. You got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top left works great. Margin release on the right, so you get to the end of the margin. There's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. You hit that margin release, it will allow you to go all the way to the end. That works good. Touch control in the middle here. It's got a little label here from minus to plus. The further you go to the right, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. They do respond faster, but you do have to hit them harder for them to print. The lower you go, the less tension, but you do have to, you don't have to hit them as hard, but they don't respond as fast. On the left side is the ribbon reverse. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it should be pulling to the right. So you just flip that switch, there you go, and it'll pull to the right. Flip it to the left, it pulls to the left. Backspace on the top left works great. And carriage release on the right side, very smooth. This is a very famous style typewriter. The Royal Quiet Deluxe is one of the most popular typewriters of all time. It was used by Ernest Hemingway. This is pretty much the same thing without the extras, so it's like less things to go wrong and less like that padding in there gets molded a lot of the times and makes it smell bad sometimes. So some people like the streamlined one better. You don't have to deal with more problems as you go. If you push in that little button there, it disables the spacing when you get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space. Same concept with this lever here. You flip that down and it disables the spacing. Also, this has a magic margin on the left side. So when you flip that, it just sends that margin on the left magically to wherever you are on the cursor. And you can also flip it and you push it like that if you want to use it. You can also use your finger. So that's just for a little bit streamlined process of using that magic margin. Some of the newer models have them on both sides. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.